टाकलं का बरोबर आहे चल भाई समीर रेडी हाँ समीर मला सांग बाबू ऑन आहे बाबू तू असाच ठेव याला आहे ना काय नाव रे याचं आहे चिरू चिरूला बोल राइट में जाओ ना यार गो राइट नो 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 राइट राइट नॉट लेफ्ट राइट हाँ राइट गो राइट मो गो राइट ओके 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 नो वॉइस
Commentary is not good. Commentary is
फटेगा सेंटर बस
कितना
చెప్పేళ్ళు ఇది వెళ్ళిపోవడమే కాదు మళ్ళీ మేము వాళ్ళకందరికి చెప్తాం ఏం చెప్పా చేసిందని తెలుసా మీరు వెళ్ళిపోయేటప్పుడు ఎక్కడైనా సరే ఏ సెక్షన్ అయినా సరే వాడికి మళ్ళీ మేము చెప్తాం మళ్ళీ ఎవరైనా నిన్ను అడుగుతావు
బాబు క్రాస్ పడి సరే తిప్పండి నువ్వు బాగా కరెక్ట్గా తిప్పాలి
అక్కడ ఇక్కడే పట్టుకో
Long girl, girls under 20 years. Line up. Long jump girls under 20 years. Line up.
50 పెట్టమ్మా
ఇక్కడే దిక్కు సరిపోయారు కాబట్టి పెట్టామా ఏదో చిట్టా కింద పట్టాను వెళ్ళరా మరి వేరే ఒకటి చెప్పాలి కాడాడు జీరో
कोण? हा रेडी आहे तो, उतरतो तिकडे.
సమానంగా పెట్టాలి. అది కాదు, అది కాదు. ఫ్లాట్గా ఉంది చూడు, ఫ్లాట్గా ఉన్నది అది పెట్టాలి. రే ఫ్లాట్గా ఉంది చూడు, ఫ్లాట్గా ఉంటుంది. పట్టుకో ఫ్లాట్గా ఉన్న పెట్ట. వెరీ గుడ్. అది ఇంకా సరిగ్గా పెట్టలా. ఫ్లాట్ ఫ్లాట్
పైకి లేపి పెట్టండి.
ఫ్లాట్ ఉన్నదా అది పెట్టాలి. అదే మారద్దని చూడటం పట్టి ఏమంట తర్వాత మధ్య జంటలు పంటాలు ఉండకూడదు. చెప్పలేదు కావాలి. ఆడికో గంట నీకో గంట ఇంకోటికో గంట. వాడు చెప్పకుండా వెళ్తాడు ఎగేసుకుంటా, నువ్వు వినకుండా ఉంటావు.
ఇది
पूरा काम कर, पूरा काम कर. ये वेरी गुड. हो गया ना? बस ओके.
how to fix it.
Adjust on 60.
60 పెట్టరే రే.
बने बने.
60
Come on, come on.
ఓకే వెరీ గుడ్.
Years girls from
Okay, lunch up.
120. Line up.
how to fix it.
Come on, control. Easy guys.
Girls 18 years under mature. Qualified for semi.
పట్టుకోవడమేనా? నేను అక్కడికి వెళ్తా. వైట్ వన్ ఓకే ఓకే.
ఇక్కడ లాగా
एक झाली आता दुसरा आहे कंटेस्टंट रेडी होत.
ఇద్దరు ఒకేసారి పెట్టండి. Adjustment 80.
లాంగ్ జంప్ లాంగ్ జంప్ అది కూర్చో
Boys, 18 years, 100 meters, you are qualified for 10 minutes. The following big number you have to give the attendance: 215 1240 91 1918 882 1917 797 1233 158
మాట్లాడుతుందా మీకు అయిన తర్వాత వెళ్తారా కూడా అది
याद ना ला पार्टी से तुम
Adjustment 60 and
Boys, 18 years, you are qualified for 100 meters. 215
ओके
సార్ పక్షిదే సార్ ఒకటి చూడండి హైట్
ఇంతేనా
Boys, 18 years, 100 meters, you are qualified for 5,000.
కంగారు పడమా
215
ఏం మర్చిపోం
बाद में
ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది నీకు ఎందుకు అయ్యేలో పోయి చెప్పొద్దాం
भैया नीचे ऊपर కొత్తగా న్యూస్
రైట్ చేసేరా
న్యూస్
అమ్మ 60 కూడా
యూ పర్చేజ్ న్యూస్
60.
मैं कट
పైన అది క్రాస్ వర్క్ అదిగిందా లేదా క్రాస్ వర్క్ పెట్టరా రే తగ్గి పెట్టు పెట్టరా అది జరగకుండా చేయాల్సి మరి వాటర్ వేసుకో దాని మీద
semi-finals, the following big number you have to give the attendance.
నీ గురించి ఇంకో గంట ఏం చేయాల్సి వస్తుందా
2090 1065 1753 1066 710 1294 246 1750 940 2100 945 1295 1494 375 180. These all big numbers you have to give the
ఈవెంట్ జరుగుతుందని చెప్పానా ఒక గంట చెప్పలే
meters semi-finals.
Dharmi,
पेंसिल से ब्राउन टेप ले ब्राउन टेप लेके आओ प्रिंसिपल भाई को बोले मेरे मांग गए जाओ
ओके
स्टैंडर्ड है बिल्कुल शेडिंग నాకు డ్యూటీ చేశారు ఇక్కడ నాకు డ్యూటీ ఫైనల్స్ మనం తీసుకెళ్ళాలి
మనీ ఎక్కడ పెట్టాను మళ్ళీ ఆ మంది ఇచ్చారా
क्या हुआ बॉस
Yes, you are qualified for semi-finals. The following group number you have to be taken 2-0-0, 7-0, 1-2-9-2, 9-4-0, 2-1-0-0, 9-4-5, 1-4-9-2, 1-8-0. These big numbers you have to give attendance.
జెమ్సోలేరా జెమ్సోలేరండి చెప్పేది నువ్వు ఇట్రా
Also the 20 years, the following big number you have to give attendance 2-0-0, 2-1-0, 2-1-9-2, 1-4-9-2, 1-8-0. These all big numbers you have to give attendance.
తెలియపరిచేది పైకెట్టిగా పైదానికి ఎవరు పెట్టింది ఏడాడు ఏ బాబు నీకు చెప్పా కదా పైకి చేయనాడు సరే నువ్వు చెప్పానా అడిపక్కు నువ్వు వెళ్ళిపో ఎవరు కప్ చెప్పకరా చెక్ చేసి రే అది సరిగ్గా పెట్టరా అది
नाही ॲक्च्युली पाठवून सोल निघालं आहे तर त्याला मी ब्राऊन टेप सांगितलं आहे शूज घातले ना मी ते आता स्पोर्ट्स आहे ते लाल मातीमध्ये आपण काय स्पोर्ट्स शूजच घालणार नाही डोक्याखाली घेऊन झोपलेलो ना मगाशी ना दादा लय डोळे पेंगत होते मी पण जाऊ रेसला
semi-final. The following group number we also be battalion 710 1492 180.
Adjustment 25.
25 అంటమ్మా 25 స్లోగా జరపండి ఆడు ఒకటి అవ్వాలా ఇయర్ బస్ రెండు కలవాలి చక్రాలు ఒకే ఎటువంటి మీద
माझ्याकडे 2 आहेत नाही माझ्याकडे आहे ती सकाळी तो 2 बॅटरी दिलेल्या आणि माझी कॅमेऱ्याची बॅटरी हो हो ती जम्बोवाली बॅटरी आहे का सिम्पॅक्सची त्याची हां मग ती बॅगेत ठेवली अमितने निळीवाली ती मोठी
semi-final. The following group number we also be battalion 215 Assam 20 215 Assam we also be battalion 165 Andhra Pradesh 165 Andhra Pradesh we also be battalion for your race. Boys under 20 years, 100 meters semi-final. The following group number we also be battalion 710 Haryana. Virendra Singh, we also be battalion for your semi-final. I repeat, Virendra Singh, 710 Haryana, we also be the battalion for your 100 meters semi-final.
కొద్దిగా బయటికి జరపదండి అది అవసరం కదా మొబైల్ బయటికి
ఒకసారి 40 పెట్టినారు పెట్టు
40 పెట్టరా పై
40 పెట్టినారు పెట్టమ్మా
Bye.
Adjustment 45.
45 రే 45 మీరు డౌట్స్ ముందు అడగాలి, ఇప్పుడు అడగకూడదు, చెప్పించేయడమే.
125.
తర్వాత అడగాలి, ఎన్ని అడిగినా చూస్తారు ఇక్కడ. ముందు అడగాలి లేదా లాస్ట్ అడగాలి. ఈవెంట్ జరుగుతూ ఉంటాడు మీరు ఇష్టం అట్లా ఇష్టం మళ్ళీ అక్కడ మూడోసారి రోజు ప్రాక్టీస్ డిఎస్సీ రాస్తా ఉంటే నీతో మాట్లాడితే ఏముంది, టైం వేస్టా, అది స్విచ్ ఆఫ్ అవుతుంది.
So now we are going to see the first of the semi-final of girls in the age group of 15 to 16 years of age in 100-meter dash. Duti Chand holds both the records for national as well as the meet, and in it 8 girls are participating, and their name are as follows: that Prachi Ahlawat of Uttar Pradesh will start her run from lane number 1. In lane number 2 it will be Maryukta Soreng of Odisha, then Deshani Ganguly of West Bengal. She qualified with some real speed, and she'll be participating in lane number 3. In lane number 4 it will be Neole Cornelio of Karnataka. In lane number 5 Sakshi of Maharashtra will participate. Then in last 3 lanes we are going to see the participation from Tamanna of Haryana, Pooja of Uttar Pradesh, and Bhavna of Haryana. So 2 Haryana girls are there, and 2 girls from Uttar Pradesh, and 1 girl each from Odisha, West Bengal, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. And judging the ability of all the girls, it's too early to say that who's going to win this first of the semi-final. They all are waiting for their chance to prove that they are worthy of a place in the final.
Good afternoon, everybody. We have already started our morning day 1 afternoon session.
In this evening
All
session,
the competitors of the
the second semi-final,
session.
and previously we saw boys in action. Now it's
The
girls'
winners of
time.
the 5,000 meter and 10,000 meter, boys under 20 and girls under 20, you are requested to report near the main dais at 3:30 p.m. sharp. We are going to distribute the medals to you during the opening ceremony function. सुबह जो 5,000 मीटर दौड़ और 10,000 मीटर दौड़ बालक 20 वर्ष से कम आयु समूह तथा बालिकाएं 20 वर्ष से कम आयु समूह के संपन्न हुए हैं, उनके विजेताओं को उद्घाटन समारोह के दौरान पुरस्कार वितरित किए जाएंगे। विजेताओं से हमारा निवेदन है आप ठीक 3:30 पर यहाँ उपस्थित रहें।
So 8 girls at your screen: Prachi Ahlawat of Uttar Pradesh, Mary Mukta Soreng of Odisha, then West Bengal's girl Deshani Ganguly in lane number 3. Then in lane number 4 it's Neole Cornelio of Karnataka, Sakshi of Maharashtra is in lane number 5. Then in lane number 6 it's Tamanna of Haryana, Pooja of Uttar Pradesh will start her run in lane number 7, and Bhavna of Haryana is going to participate from lane number 8. It's going to be a very tough race. I can assure you of that. All the girls are equally talented and equally matched in standards. They have done very well in heats in the morning session. Let's see what happened this time. Yeah, it's a good clean start, and from the earliest settings, it's Diksha Ganguly of West Bengal who has set up the early pace. And can anyone catch the pace of Diksha Ganguly? Diksha Ganguly is surely going to win this, but she's facing some tough competition at the second spot. And the girl of Maharashtra, Sakshi, got the second position. But right from the start, Deshani Ganguly was in no sorts of trouble, and she finished the race as the winner of that semi-final. We are going to see the official confirmation, but one thing is for sure, that the girl from West Bengal, Deshani Ganguly, won the contest. Now it's time to see the involvement of girls in second of the semi-final, and 8 girls, and their names are Nayana Jose of Kerala in lane number 1, then Komalpreet Kaur of Punjab in lane number 2, in lane number 3 Rutika of Tamil Nadu will participate. In lane number 4 it's Simran Kaur's time to prove that she really has the credential, and she is participating from Chandigarh team. Then Maharashtra girl Shruti Ramesh Shetty will start her run from lane number 5. In lane number 6 it's Lakshmi Gemela of Andhra Pradesh, the local girl. She should be very much familiar with these conditions. Then Samita Paul of West Bengal will start run from lane number 7, and in last lane it's Sharon Maria of Tamil Nadu, and she will start her run. So it's going to be another tough race. That's what I predict. And first priority is to get a clean start, like the previous semi-final. Eight girls are there, and they all are ready in their respective lanes. Nayana, Komalpreet, Rutika, Simran, Shruti, Lakshmi, Samita and Sharon. And here they go. It's a good and clean start by all the girls. And that was the expectation. Simran Kaur of Chandigarh is good, setting up a good pace from the middle. From the middle, you can easily notice that Shruti Shetty of Maharashtra is facing some tough competition. But finally, in the end, it's a very close finish. It's a close finish. But I guess that the girl of Tamil Nadu, Rutika Sharavanan, has made to the final. In the closing stages, she faced a lot of competition. But maybe she has that extra power in her legs, and she emerged out as the winner of that second semi-final. We're waiting for the official confirmation, and the replay will confirm us. Yes, it's quite true that Rutika Sharavanan of Tamil Nadu, she moved ahead when 40 meters were to go, and in the earlier stages it was Shruti Shetty of Maharashtra who was getting the lead, and Simran Kaur of Chandigarh was also running at some good speed. But finally, it was Rutika Sharavanan of Tamil Nadu in lane number 3 emerged out as the winner of that one. So surely she will find her place in the final. Now it's time for boys to prove their mettle. In the age group of 17 to 18 years for 100 meter run for men. For boys. And two semi-finals we are going to witness, one after the other. In the first semi-final, we are going to see participation from Akshay Boro of Assam, and he will start his run from lane number 1. In lane number 2, it's Damanjot Singh from Chandigarh side. Then Karan Vivek of Maharashtra will be in action in lane number 3. In lane number 4 and 5, we are going to see racing from Nikhil Patel of Maharashtra and Rahul Sharma of Uttar Pradesh. Then Shashikant of Karnataka can be seen in lane number 6. In Manish Chaudhary of AFI and Akash Ahlawat of Uttar Pradesh will start their semi-final race from lane number 7 and lane number 8. The conditions are pretty hot, and athletes have to be at the peak of their level of energy, as well as mentally they have to be very fit. The mercury is not providing any sort of respite to any athlete.
For your kind information, the event on the track will be 100 meter boys under 18 semi-final.
Two semi-finals will take place, one after the other, and this is the first semi-final. all the athletes are very talented. Have labored so hard to reach at this stage. Athletes are of pretty equal standard, and they have come here in Guntur to prove that really they have the potential to be the star of the future. Clean start, good start, and from the middle it's the Karan of Maharashtra who is setting up the early pace, but all the athletes are trying to catch his rhythm. But Karan of Maharashtra, he is running at a very menacing speed, and he is going to be the winner of this race. As I was mentioning, from the early stage when he came off the block, it was Karan or Vivek who got the lead, and he retained it till the end. All the athletes tried very hard. Damanjot Singh of Chandigarh side by side, or Rahul Sharma of Uttar Pradesh gave him some really tough competition, but couldn't quite catch and match the standard and pace of Karan Vivek of Maharashtra. He emerged out as the winner of that first semi-final of boys 72-18 of 100-meter race, and we are going to see best of him in the final for sure. Now moving on to the next semi-final of boys 100-meter run. It's Tushar Rana of Delhi. You'll watch him in action in lane number 1. Then Sadanand Kumar of Jharkhand. He will be in lane number 2. In lane number 3 it will be Ritik Malik of Delhi. Nolu Bothush of Andhra Pradesh. You should be pretty familiar with these hot conditions, and he will start his run from lane number 4. In lane number 5 it's Pankaj Verma of Haryana. In lane number 6 it will be time for Sidhu Bhushan of Manipur. And in last 2 lanes we have the participation from Manikantha and Putha from Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. (17 to 18 years is the age bracket of these boys. Some big adjustment is going on. Of Pankaj Verma of Haryana. Yes. Let me remind you that he's going to participate from lane number 5. Tushar of Delhi is there, and Sadanand Kumar of Jharkhand is there in lane number 1 and 2. In lane number 3 is Ritik Malik of Delhi. In lane number 4 is Nolu Bothu of Andhra Pradesh. In lane number 5 and 6, 2 athletes' name are Pankaj Verma of Haryana and Sidhu Bhushan of Manipur. In lane number 7 it is Manikantha of Karnataka. In lane number 8 we are going to see participation from Putha of Andhra Pradesh. They all are ready now in their respective lanes, and they'll take the challenge from each other, and let's see who emerges out the winner of this second semi-final. This 100-meter dash for boys in 17 to 18 years of age category. And there they go, and it's a good and free space by Noluvantu Shamaga of Andhra Pradesh, but it's from the middle. As you can easily notice out that Rohit Malik is running in the race at lead of his own, and he set up the pace. He got the lead when the 20 meters approached, and finally in the end it was Ritik Malik of Delhi who emerged out as the winner of this race. What a race by this guy, what a race by this guy. He never came under pressure, and once he retained the lead just when the 20 meters were finished, and he maintained the lead till the end, and in fact increased the pace and got the type of the result that he wanted. And the second spot was the athlete of Haryana, Pankaj Verma. here at your screen, the Delhi guy Ritik Malik, the winner of that second semi-final. He must be satisfied with his performance because the level of that race was too high, and he emerged out as the winner of that one. Next up in action is a 100-meter semi-final for boys who are in age bracket of 19 to 20 years, and we are going to see their participation in two semi-finals. In the first semi-final, we are going to see participation from 8 talented athletes, and the name of the sprinters are Saurav Guleria of Himachal Pradesh, Indian number 1. Indian number 2, it is time for Muhammad Saiful Ismail Khan of Bangladesh to prove his credential. Then Abhinav C of Kerala will start his run from lane number 3. Arun Kumar C of Tamil Nadu can be seen in action in lane number 4. Indian number 5, Bijit K of Kerala will take up challenge from the rest of the pack. Then Virinder Singh of Haryana will be in lane number 6. In lane number 7, it's time for Pranav Gaurav of Maharashtra to show his skills, and Kush Kumar of Bihar can be seen in action in lane number 8. They're taking a bit of their time. The only athlete not from India, and his name is Muhammad Saiful Ismail Khan, and he's from Bangladesh, and he will start his run from lane number 2. Yes, he was off the block in preparation, can easily be spotted with the bright orange color of his dress. Then at your screen, the boy who is going back was from Kerala, Bijit K. From lane number 1, trying very hard, is Saurabh Guleria. To put himself in best of the shape. Two semi-finals will take place in this 100-meter run for junior boys. Age bracket is 19 to 20. All of the sections are taking place here in Guntur at Acharya Nagarjuna University. Keep your eyes on two Kerala athletes who are participating in the number 3 and the number 5, Abhinav C and Bijit K. And sandwiched in between them is Arun Kumar C of Tamil Nadu. Virendra Singh did very well in the qualifiers. Pranav in the number 7 of Maharashtra is another talented athlete. Let's see what happened in this first semi-final of junior boys 19 to 20 years of age in 100-meter dash. The conditions are extremely hot. In fact, sometimes it becomes pretty hostile to athletes. but at this moment the sun is providing a bit of relief. It's time of involvement of all these boys, and they have to be very careful that they do not commit a false start. Often we have seen it, especially in this event, 100-meter dash, because it's the shortest version and you have to be at the peak of your limits all the time. They all are ready. Saurav, Saiful, Abhinav, Arun, Vijit, Virender, Pranav and Kush. Indian number 128. Oh, it's again a false start. That I was mentioning. I was mentioning that often we see a false start, and who has committed that error? That will be investigated. We have seen some cruel end to the ambition of a lot of athletes. One was Usain Bolt, if you could remember, in the final of World Athletics meet, and he was disqualified in that because of the false start in the final, and he was certain to win the gold, but lost that in that ugly manner. It was Pramod Gurav of Maharashtra who committed the error, and due to that he met that ugly fate, and he will not be a participant in the semi-final. We wish that he will be more careful in the future. Now it's 7 athletes time. Let's see who can make to the final. It's a clean start this time, and Mohammad Saiful Khan of Bangladesh is setting up an early pace, but all the Indian athletes also trying to catch the match in standard, and at the moment, as I was mentioning, the athlete from Kerala from the middle, and he has won it. Abhinav C. In the earlier part of the race, it was Bangladesh athlete Mohammad Saiful Ismail Khan who set an early standard, but later on, as I was mentioning, the two Kerala athletes later catch him up, and finally it was Abhinav C. of Kerala who was the best of the pack and won that 100-meter final. As you can see on the screen, he got a substantial lead of about 2 to 3 meters from his nearest rival and won that contest and moved to the final in his style. Now the second semi-final, and 8 athletes are again in action. Saktivel C of Tamil Nadu will start his run from lane number 1. In lane number 2, Swastik of Karnataka will start his run. From Lovepreet Singh of AFI Punjab, keep your eyes on him. In lane number 3, he is really a sensational athlete and participating from the AFI Punjab team side. Then Abhin of Karnataka is in lane number 4. In lane number 5, it's Saurav of Maharashtra. Then Tarandeep Singh of Punjab, another talented, sensational athlete, and he could be the winner of this second semi-final, and he is Indian number 6. Indian number 7 is Ash Raj Singh of Delhi, and Indian number 8 it's the local athlete from Andhra Pradesh, Sheikh Mohammed Sharif. So this is the lineup of all the athletes who will try their luck and showcase their skill in the second semi-final. Indian number 1 it's Satvik, then it's Swastik, Lovepreet, Abhin, Saurabh, Tarandeep, Ash and Sheikh. Setting up and repace and a clean start by all the athletes. Saurabh of Maharashtra is setting up and repace, but Lovepreet Singh is also trying very hard, and finally at the moment, as was mentioning, is Lovepreet Singh, who is looked to his left and he's so confident in finishing the race, and finally emerged out as the winner of this race. Lovepreet Singh faced no challenge in the earlier part of the race. He was a bit behind, but finally once he got the lead at the 30-meter mark, he retained it till the end. In fact, he was so confident, he looked to his right and saw where his nearest challenger is, and he was so confident in finishing the race with that extra bit of energy from the rest of the pack, and emerged out as the winner. Lovepreet Singh of AFI Punjab was the winner of that second semi-final. And we are moving towards another competition. I will tell you about that later on. it's time for girls to showcase their skills, and it is
The winners of the 10,000 meter boys under 20 and 5,000 meter girls under 20, you are requested to be present here near the main dais at 3:30 p.m. sharp.
on the beginning.
During the opening ceremony program, we are going to distribute medals to the winners of the 10,000 meter boys under 20 and 5,000 meter girls under 20. All the winners are requested to be present here near the main dais. कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, प्रतियोगिता का समापन समारोह ठीक 4 बजे संपन्न होगा। पहले दिन के प्रातःकालीन सत्र में 10,000 मीटर दौड़ बालक 20 वर्ष से कम आयु समूह तथा 5,000 मीटर दौड़ बालिकाएं 20 वर्ष से कम आयु समूह के फाइनल आयोजित किए गए थे। इनके विजेता खिलाड़ियों को उद्घाटन समारोह के दौरान पदक वितरण किए जाएंगे। विजेताओं से हमारा निवेदन है कि कृपया समय पर यहाँ उपस्थित रहें।
So on the beginning system there was some information going on, and now let me introduce you to the first heat of 400 meter girls, when they are in the age bracket of 15 to 16, and this is first heat and 8 girls are participating in it. Mansi Negi of Delhi is Indian number 1, Indian number 2 is Seema from Rajasthan, Indian number 3 is Shri Vaishnavi of Telangana, in lane number 4 is Diya Deepak of Maharashtra. In lane number 5 and 6 we are going to see participation from Madhushri Ji of Karnataka and Sania Tommy of Kerala. And in last 2 lanes it is time to show their skills by Swetha of Puducherry and Ponsiva of Tamil Nadu. It's a 1 lap race, and what we are thinking about is an intense battle among these girls. The conditions become suited a bit. They have to be in the lane, and this is a priority because often we have seen the error by the girls.
Hello.
All the girls are from different states: Delhi, Rajasthan, Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Puducherry and Tamil Nadu. It's going to be a tough contest among these girls. Let's see what the script holds. Manasi, Seema, Srinivashni, Shri Vaishnavi, then Diya Deepak, Manushri, Sania, Swedha and Ponsiva are the names of the girls who are participating from number 1 to 8. All of the girls have worked so hard to reach at the national level, and going to witness some real competition from all the athletes.
On your mark.
It's Manasi, Seema, Srinivashni, Diya, Manushri, Sania, Swedha and Ponsiva in lane number 1 to 8.
Stand up, please.
So confusion is there. They are from Delhi, Rajasthan, Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Puducherry and Tamil Nadu. First heat out of 3.
On your mark. Wait, please. your mark.
After a lot of checks and rechecks, finally we're going to see the start.
Set.
And we wanted a clean start and we got one, and from the middle it's Sania Tommy of Kerala who's setting up an early pace from lane number 5, 6, and Manushri G of Karnataka is also trying very hard as they are reaching towards the 100-meter mark, and as you can easily can see that the girl from Karnataka is doing very well, and also from girl from Kerala. And at the moment, as you can easily notice out, all the girls are trying very hard, and usually you can see that the girl from Kerala, that is Sania, is doing very well, and she is facing some tough challenge from all the other girls, but Sania of Kerala is reaching towards the band as the leader, and she is facing only some challenge from the girl from the outside of Tamil Nadu, Ponsiva, but Sania is maintaining her lead and maintaining her furious pace, and she is reaching towards the finishing line, and the battle is now shifted towards the second place. Sania of Kerala is going to win it, and yes, she has crossed the finish line as the winner of this race. At the second spot, as I was mentioning, the battle was shifted between these two girls from the South India, Sania and Ponsiva of Tamil Nadu came second. It was a very disappointing performance from Sweta of Puducherry, but nevertheless, our full congratulations to girl from Kerala, as you can easily spot on, and she is trying so hard, though she is a bit fatigued, but despite of that, she's putting in a lot of efforts in maintaining her lead, and eventually came out as the winner of that first heat. Now heat number 2 out of 3. Again 8 girls will start their run from lane number 1 to 8. It's Dhanu Kumari of Jharkhand. You will see her in action in lane number 1. Maithili of Telangana will be in lane number 2. Andhra Pradesh girl Sushma will be in lane number 3. In lane number 4, we are going to see participation from Payal of Gujarat. Riya Patil of Maharashtra can be seen in action in lane number 5. Then Rinki Pal of Uttar Pradesh will be in lane number 6. And in last 2 lanes, it's time for Niharika of Tamil Nadu and Pratibha of Kerala to show to the nation that they have some real skills. As all the girls are ready in their lanes, Dhanu, Maithili, Sushma, Payal, Riya, Pirinki, then Niharika and Pratibha in number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 in heat 2 of 400 meter girls from girls in 15 to 16 years of age.
Set.
With the gun they all go, and it's a good start by the athlete from the outside. It's Rinki Pal of Uttar Pradesh. She is setting up an early pace and she has outpaced, in fact, one girl. And Rinki Pal of Uttar Pradesh is doing very well. The other girls are also trying to catch her rhythm. Riya Patil of Maharashtra is also trying hard. So is the girl of Andhra Pradesh, Sushma. But at the moment, at this point of time, the girl who is lagging behind is Dhanu Kumari of Jharkhand. She is virtually not putting up a lot of pressure on the other girls. But at the moment, it's Riya Patil of Maharashtra, Rinki Pal of Uttar Pradesh, and Payal Chande of Gujarat. They can be seen in action. And they are running at some real speed. And at the moment, as you can see, that the girl from Kerala, Pratibha Varghese, is got the lead, and from the outside easily can she be spotted as she is at the first spot, but she is trying so hard to maintain the rhythm because all the other girls are trying so hard. And from the outside, it's the girl at the second spot. Can she pose a lot of challenge? And the girl of Kerala has won it finally in the end. And the girl who tried so hard to catch the rhythm and the pace of the Kerala girl couldn't quite do it, and Riya Patil of Maharashtra finished as the runner-up of this second heat. A good start by the girl from Uttar Pradesh in the earlier phase. She was up for a very promising start, but she couldn't quite maintain that acceleration. And finally, in the end, it was the girl from Kerala. When the 150 meters were to go, she got the first position and maintained it till the end. Here you can see in the picture, girl from Kerala from the outside. And yes, here she finished it as the winner of that heat. And the girl of Tamil Nadu came second. Oh, excuse me, Maharashtra, Riya Patil came second. Now, this is the last of the heats for girls. Again, 8 participants are there. In the meantime, I should tell you that the meet record and the national record was touched by Anjana Thamke and she touched that mark at Lucknow on the last day of October in 2012, and 54.57 was the time on the clock. Parul is there from Uttar Pradesh team. Then Akansha of Haryana is there from the Haryana team. And these two girls will start their campaign from lane number 1 and 2. In lane number 3 and 4, it's Khushi and Disha Alige of Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka. In lane number 5 and 6, it's time to show their real talent. Is Shivkanya Kati of Madhya Pradesh and Kumari Saloni Nagar of Delhi. And in last 2 lanes, it's time for Disha Walvaikar and Rohini Surugudi of Andhra Pradesh to show that they are not only but just making up the numbers. The weather is providing a bit of relief to all the girls. The temperature has reduced down a bit.
On your mark.
And the wind is blowing from our left to right, providing some much needed respite to all the athletes. And all of them are ready in their respective lanes. Can Rupal win it, or Disha, or Saloni Nagar will be the winner of this race? Akansha Khushi are equally talented, so is Disha. Shivakanya Kati is also there, and Rohini Sirigudu, you cannot count her out. It's nice to see that all the athletes are giving everything that they have in their legs, and it's a good sign that the future prospects of the Indian athletes is getting much needed attention
stand up, please.
Some problem is there with that girl, Dishali Gay of Karnataka. She took some
On your mark.
amount of water, and here they all are ready now.
పోయింది మళ్ళీ వచ్చి పోతుంది వచ్చింది అన్న టక్కన పోరా రోడ్ ఒకేసారి ఆగిపోతే ఇట్లా చూస్తున్నాను కనెక్షన్ ఆడబెట్టారు
And it's a clean start. That was the first priority, and that we have got a clean start by all the girls. And at the moment, as you can easily notice out, that the Kumari Saloni Nagar of Delhi is setting up an early pace. She has out sprinted one or two girls, and she is doing very well at the moment. And so you can easily spot the girl of Madhya Pradesh, Shivakanti Kati. She is also doing very well. And from the outside, the girl trying very hard is Rupal of Uttar Pradesh. But as we are reaching towards the final band, as you can easily notice, the girl of Madhya Pradesh, Shivakanya, she's doing very well. And now at the moment, Uttar Pradesh girl Rupal has increased her pace. Rupal is coming to the picture, and Rupal has got the lead. And the girl of Madhya Pradesh, who was earlier leading in the earlier part of the race, has finally fallen behind. And the girl of Uttar Pradesh is comfortably ahead, and she is going to win this race. There's no doubt about it. Rupal of Uttar Pradesh, she is opening up a gap of about 15 meters to her nearest compatriot. Oh, what a way to finish that! And what a domination by the girl from Uttar Pradesh. She was behind for a bit of time, but once finally she got the pace and she was in the mood, she out-sprinted every other girl of the on the track and won that race quite comfortably in the end. The second spot went to Akansha of Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh girl won this 400-meter contest by a margin of more than 10 meters. In fact, the distance between her and the second spot was about 10 to 12 meters. What a way to finish that race by the girl from Uttar Pradesh. And the girl who was looking very promising in the earlier stages of the race, Shivakanya Kati of Madhya Pradesh, and she couldn't finish the race as the winner or either at the silver spot position. Good race by the girl from Uttar Pradesh, Rupal. As you can easily notice out, that from Indian number 1, with good body language, head chin high, and look at the hand movement, and quite comfortably she crossed the finishing line as the winner of that last heat of the girls contest of 400-meter girls in age group of 15 to 16. And now we are going to witness 3 heats in the 400-meter event for the girls, and this is first of 3 heats. The age of these girls, maximum permissible is 18 years, and in it 8 girls are participating. Srishti Singh of Uttar Pradesh is in lane number 1. In lane number 2 is a girl from Gujarat, Jalpa Chawda. In lane number 3 is Nandini of Puducherry, and in lane number 4 is Olimba Steffi of Tamil Nadu. Then Gorindhana of Kerala is in lane number 5. Sami of Haryana is going to try her luck from lane number 6. In lane number 7 it's Vandana of Rajasthan. In lane number 8 is Akansha Gawade of Maharashtra. We are waiting for some of the girls on the track. A few of them left. Are they going to be a part of this event or not? That's what we have to see. We are waiting for the participation of Kumari Nagar of Madhya Pradesh in lane number 6, and in lane number 7 Disha, from Sumi of Haryana, and Vandana of Rajasthan in lane number 6 and 7. Sumi of Haryana has turned up, and so is Vandana. All the girls are taking their time. The weather has cooled down a bit, and it's a good sign. And it will help all the girls in reaching their best of their abilities. When the conditions are extremely hot or extremely cold, then we have seen reduction in the performance of the athletes. Srishti Singh of Uttar Pradesh in lane number 1, then Jalpa Chawda of Gujarat in lane number 2, Nandini and Steffi of Puducherry and Tamil Nadu in lane number 3 and 4. Then in lane number 5 it's Gauri Nandana of Kerala, Sumi of Haryana in lane number 6. In lane number 7 is Vandana. In lane number 8 is Akansha of Maharashtra. But Akansha of Maharashtra has not turned up, so only 7 girls will start the run. Good start by all the girls. The girl from Kerala, as per the expectation, Sumi of Haryana and Gaurindana of Kerala is looking an early leader, but all the girls are also trying to catch the match the standard. But the girl from Kerala is running at some real purpose. Gauri Nandana of Kerala, as you can see in the picture, but she's getting some tough time from Steffi of Tamil Nadu from the next lane, and from the next lane next to her is Sumi. But the girl focus is we are shifting our attention to these two girls, Gauri Nandana of Kerala and Sumi of Haryana. These two girls are reaching towards the final bend, and these two girls are running at a very good speed. And at the moment, as you can easily notice out, the girl from Kerala is holding on to her lead, Gauri Nandana of Kerala, but she's getting a bit of heat, and finally can she be overtaken by all the other girls. But Gauri Nandana of Kerala, yes, she's looking quite focused now, and I do not feel that any other girl has the credential to test the limit of the girl from Kerala. At the second spot was the girl of Tamil Nadu, Olambi Steffi, and she tried very hard to catch the pace of the girl of Kerala, Gauri Nandana, but she didn't quite really match the standard. And finally, in the end, the girl of Kerala, Gauri Nandana, won that first heat of 400-meter run for girls. Second spot was the girl from Tamil Nadu, Olimba Steffi. As you can easily see in the picture, she is trying very hard to catch the girl at the first position, but couldn't quite really match that level. Now we are moving towards the second heat.
सातला आहे कोटी चारला आहे
Now we are going to see participation from girls in heat number 2 of this contest. Sangeeta Shinde of Maharashtra will be Indian number 1. Indian number 2 it will be Sandra AS of Kerala. Preeti of Rajasthan will be Indian number 3, and Indian number 4 it will be Priya Moha of Karnataka. Then the Likita Poluri of Telangana will start her run from Indian number 5. Indian number 6 it will be V Lekha of Tamil Nadu. Shivanki of Uttar Pradesh can be seen in action in number 7. In the last lane, it's time for Dipanshi to show her skills, and she is from Haryana. But Sangeeta Shinde of Maharashtra has not turned up due to some reasons. So now the battle has reduced down to 7 girls.
Stand up.
Dipanshi of Haryana
On your marks.
is also not there in lane number 8. So 6 girls are participating in it. In lane number 2 to 7, Sandra, Preeti, Priya, Likita, Lekha and Shivanki. The first and the last lanes are empty. Clean start by all the girls. Clean start and setting up the early pace is V Lekha of Tamil Nadu, and catching her rhythm and pace is Sandra AS of Kerala. Also equally up to the task is Preeti of Rajasthan and Priya of Karnataka, as they are reaching towards the 150 meter mark. And right now, as you can easily notice, that the girl who is setting up an early pace and now is looking like in the early lead is girl from Karnataka, is Priya. And Priya is running the race at a very good pace, and as she is reaching towards the mark from where the 100 meter will start, but Priya is facing no challenge from any of the girl, and she is looking quite comfortable in the lead. And but she can she maintain it till the end? That's what we have to see. The focus is shifting toward, and the battle is now shifted toward these two girls, Priya of Karnataka and the girl of Kerala, Sandra. And Sandra is at the second spot, but Priya, she's maintaining the lead, and Priya has opened up a gap of about 5 meters to the nearest challenger, and finally in the end it's Priya. Once she got the lead, she maintained it till the end, and the girl of Kerala tried very hard, but despite of that she finished about 5 to 6 meters behind the winner of that race, and Sandra AS of Kerala could finish only as the runner up. This is the last heat of the girls. Kushum Thakur of Himachal Pradesh is the participant in lane number 1. In lane number 2, it's Kiran Jot Kaur of Punjab. In lane number 3, it's Sukhi of Odisha. Payal Vora of Delhi is in lane number 4. In lane number 5, it's time for Telangana girl Honey. Then Kunja of Andhra Pradesh will start a run from lane number 6. In lane number 7, it's Asha Bin Zapadia of Gujarat. And in lane number 8, it's Serziel D'Souza of Goa.
कितने बजे ओपनिंग सेरेमनी? रेसेस चलती रहेगी।
So this is the last heat of 400 meter run for girls in 17 to 18 years of age. Kusum, Kiranjot, Sukhi, Payal, Honey, Kunja, Ashaben and D'Souza is the order from lane number 1 to 8. The girl from Goa has not turned up, so it's going to be a 7 girl contest from lane number 1 to 7. Clean start by all of them. Clean start by all of them, and setting up the early pace is Honey of Telangana, and the girl of Delhi, Payal Vora, is also looking very promising. But from the outside, it's Kunja Rajda of Andhra Pradesh. She's looking like in an early lead, and also the girl of Telangana, Honey, is also giving some trouble sometime. But at the moment, as you can see, that Payal Vora of Delhi is looking like in the early lead, and she's getting some challenge from Kunja Ritika. And as they are reaching toward the final bend, and it's looking increasingly clear that these two girls are setting up the standard for all the other girls to match. As now we are reaching towards the straight line, and here the picture is getting clear, and as you can easily notice that the girls of Delhi and Telangana are doing very perfectly well. And as we are moving towards the finishing line, and this is a comfortable lead for the girl of Delhi, Payal Vora. Payal is maintaining the healthy lead and handsome lead, and finished the race as the winner of this one. It was down to these two girls of Delhi and Telangana, Payal Vora and Honey. But in the end, the girl of Telangana got some tough time from the other girls. But one thing is clear, that the girl of Delhi, that is Payal Vora, won this contest with relative ease. In the picture, as you can easily see, that the girl Payal Vora is in comfortable lead. At the second spot, the battle is between the girl of Andhra Pradesh, Kunju Rajita, and the girl of Punjab, Kiran Jot Kaur. But who's got the second position, that's what we have to see and wait. Now it's boys' time to show their talent, and boys in the age group of 17 to 18 are in action. And we are going to see their participation in heats of 400-meter run. 3 heats will take place in this discipline, and in the first heat, 8 athletes who are going to participate are Dilip Gavit of Maharashtra, then Aniket Chaudhary of Telangana, Kulpreet Singh of Punjab, and Lokesh P of Tamil Nadu will be in action in lane number 3 and 4. In lane number 5, it's Aniket Pawar of Uttar Pradesh. In lane number 6, Kerala athlete Sayuj TK will start his run. Then in last 2 lanes, we are going to see participation from Arham Lunia of Karnataka and Rohan Bhavaria of Madhya Pradesh. So this is the order of a first heat out of 3 of a 400-meter run for boys, age group 17 to 18. They all are warming up and ready to take the challenge. The intensity of the race should be of a very good level.
Here we have the results of discus throw boys. The winner of the first place, Arvind Sharma of Delhi, with a distance of 50.16 meter. Second, Jatin Dhaka of Haryana, distance 49.39 meters. And Hull. Hull.
All the athletes are focusing very hard, really hard. Dilip Gavit of Maharashtra, Aniket Chaudhary of Telangana, Kulpreet Singh of Punjab, Lokesh P of Tamil Nadu, Aniket Pawar of Uttar Pradesh, Sayuj TK of Kerala, Araham Lunia of Karnataka, and Rohan of Madhya Pradesh is the introduction of all the athletes who are starting the run from lane number 1 to 8. This is the first heat out of 3 in 400-meter run. Clean start by all of them. Clean start by all of them when they have started with some real purpose. And it's Aniket Pawar of Uttar Pradesh, and he is expected to win this heat. And he has started with some real purpose. And he's getting some tough challenge from Lokesh P of Tamil Nadu as well as from Saroj TK of Kerala. But at the moment, as you can easily spot, that the boy of Maharashtra, Dilip Gavit, is lagging behind. And the moment it's the athlete of Kerala, Saroj TK, is up in the lead. And he's not getting some time to respite because all the other athletes are matching the standards. It's pretty tough to say that who is in the lead, because as we are reaching toward the straight line now, we are going to see a very clear picture of it. And at the moment, as you can see, that the boy of Telangana, Aniket Chaudhary, is in the lead, and comfortably he is in the lead, and he is increasing the margin of the finish. And yes, he crossed the finish line by about 3 to 4 meters ahead from his nearest challenger, and who was Aniket Pawar of Uttar Pradesh. Aniket was in the earlier part of the race ahead, but finally he was caught up by the pace of the athlete of Telangana, Aniket, and finally in the end, as you can easily spot, that Aniket Chaudhary is desperately trying very hard to maintain that lead, and finally he pushed himself with the real purpose and finished the race with some real purpose. Now the participants are getting themselves ready for the second heat of the boys 17 to 18 years age bracket in 400-meter run, and their names are as follows. No one is participating in lane number 1. In lane number 2, it's Keval Kansag of Gujarat. Akshay of Maharashtra will start from lane number 3. In lane number 4, it's Abhishekhar of Telangana, then Praveen Kumar of Madhya Pradesh will be seen in lane number 5. In lane number 6, 7 and 8, we are going to see participation from Ramchandra Sangha of Jharkhand, Abdul Razak of Kerala and Tushar of Karnataka.
Kind attention to the medal winners of men's under 20 10,000 meters. Guji from Haryana, Satish Kumar from Tamil Nadu, and Nitish Kumar Prabhay Singh of Gujarat. They are all kindly requested to be present at 3 o'clock, 3:30 for the medal ceremony. Once again, Gurpreet from Haryana, Satish.
Some announcements were going on the big announcement system, and now we are ready with the second heat. It's Keval, Akshay, Abhishek, Praveen, Ram, Abdul and Tushar in lane number 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8.
Check, test, check 1, check, hard, test 1, check, hard, check, test.
Good start, clean start by all the athletes from the middle. As you can notice that Praveen Kumar of Madhya Pradesh is doing very well, and as we are reaching towards the first band, the Kerala athletes is setting up the early lead, and he's getting some challenge from Tushar of Karnataka, and these two boys are really working very hard, but the man who is looking in comfortable lead is Abdul Razak CR of Kerala. The man who is chasing him down, and in fact I guess that the race will be decided by these two men as the winner or the runner-up, because these two boys have opened a very good gap. But Abdul Razak CR of the Tushar Kanhane of Karnataka, these two are running at some real purposeful speed. But Abdul Razak CR of Kerala is in comfortable lead, and he's getting now some challenge from the other athlete, and that name his athlete is going into his top time is Ramchandra. But despite of that, and despite of the pressure from Ramchandra of Jharkhand, Abdul Razak maintained his domination on the race, and though he was a bit running at a bit reduced speed in the end, but despite of that he emerged out as the winner of that heat number 2 of boys 17 to 18 years of age in 400-meter run. Jharkhand athlete Ramchandra Sangha came second in that one. As you can see, it looks close, but despite of that, Abdul Razak CR of Kerala was in total control and command of the race, and he was so determined to finish the race as the winner. When 80 meters were to go, the man who was at the third spot was at the second spot, was Tushar of Karnataka, but Ramchandra caught him up and came out as the runner-up of that heat number 2. And we are moving into the last heat. Shahrukh Khan of Rajasthan is there, Indian number 2. Indian number 3, it's Sumit Mondal of West Bengal. Mohit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh is Indian number 4. Indian number 5 is Mohit Purohit of Uttarakhand. Indian number 6 is Rahul Kumar of Himachal Pradesh. Sharon Abraham of Delhi is going to start his run from lane number 7, and in the last lane we are going to see participant from the local led Hare Krishna Yadla of Andhra Pradesh. All the athletes representing different states, such as the rich pool that Indian athletics is getting. Rajasthan, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Delhi and Andhra Pradesh is the order for all these boys who are in the picture. This is the last heat for boys 17 to 18 years, 400 meter run.
Hello, check, test, check, what?
What you want is best out of them. Good start by all the athletes, and they are off the block with some real purpose. And it's Rahul Kumar of Himachal Pradesh is doing very well, and so is Mohit Purohit of Uttarakhand. 200 meters have been called by all of them, but the athlete who is running at some real purposeful pace is Hare Krishna Vyadla of Andhra Pradesh. He should be quite familiar with this track as he is reaching towards the 150 meter mark. Still he is in comfortable lead. Hare Krishna Vyadla of Andhra Pradesh, but who is going to give him some tough time? Uttar Pradesh athlete Mohit Kumar is doing very well, and now finally Mohit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh has come to the picture, and as the straight line has approached, it's looking increasingly clear that Mohit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh is going to win the race. No one is going to challenge him from the outside. Some other athletes are also trying, but Mohit Kumar, can he maintain his pace? He is getting some tough challenge from the other athletes, and the athlete who provided him some tough challenge was Mohit Purohit of Uttarakhand, but despite of that, the lead that once been taken by Mohit Kumar, he maintained it at the end, and then another Mohit in the race, Mohit Purohit, who was running alongside him in lane number 4, provided some resistance and provided some tough time to Mohit Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, but Mohit Kumar took up all the challenge from Mohit Purohit of Uttarakhand and finished the race as the winner of that one. Here in the picture you can easily see that in the middle in lane number 4, Mohit Kumar is doing very well, and then finally he got some resistance and challenge from Mohit Purohit of Uttarakhand, but finally in the end, despite of some late attack from Mohit Purohit, Mohit Kumar did very well and maintained the lead and moved to the next stage with some real purpose.
These are the athletes
Next up in action will be boys in the age group of 19 to 20. 400-meter run. And that's what we are going to see.
All the team managers, please pay attention. All the team managers and the participants, there is an important announcement. All the team managers and the competitors, here is an important announcement. As per schedule, the 1500 meter will be at 16:50 hours. Now, this event we are going to postpone for 1 hour, and the remaining events will also be 1 hour day, and the event 1500 meter boys under 18 round 1 will be now at 17:50 hours. The opening ceremony program will be at 16:30 hours. All the team managers and the competitors are requested to assemble. समारोह के दौरान आयोजित होगा. The medal ceremony of 5,000 meter girls under 20 and 10,000 meter boys under 20 will be during the opening ceremony program. So the winners are also requested to be present near the main dais on time.
As the announcement was going on, and we are now shifting our attention back to the main events, and it's a 400 meters run for boys in the age group of 19 to 20, and the meet record and the national record stands in the name of one of the real sensational athletes of India at the present time. It's Amol Jacob, and he touched that feat at Mangalagiri, and the timing was 46.59. He made that record in 2017. Well, it's time to introduce you to all the athletes who are participating in heat number 1 of this junior boys 19 to 20 years of age, the 400 meter run. It's Vikrant Panchal of Delhi is in lane number 2. In lane number 3 is Sheri Shiva of Telangana. Akula Vamsi of Puducherry is in lane number 4. Sahil Kiro is in lane number 5, and he is from Odisha. Rajesh Nakka of Andhra Pradesh is lane number 6. In lane number 7 is Lakshadweep of Haryana, and in the last lane is the athlete from Tamil Nadu, and his name is Satish Kumar B. All the athletes are looking in some good shape, and all are in the respective lanes, charting themselves up. Seven athletes are participating in first of 4 heats. One after the other, 4 heats will take place. Vikrant Panchal. Next to him is Sherry Shiva. Then Akula, Sahil, Rajesh, Lakshdeep, and Satish are fighting it out.
వీళ్ళు కూడా అందరూ ఆటోలో పోయి ఆటోలో వస్తున్నారన్న మధ్యాహ్నం అందరూ ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తున్నారో తెలియలే కానీ అందరూ మధ్యాహ్నం బయటికి వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు మళ్ళీ గేమ్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యే లోపలికి ఆటోలో వస్తున్నారు ఫ్రెష్ అయ్యి
And it's a good start. It's a good start by all the athletes. And the first priority was to get the clean start, and that's what they have touched. And from the outside, it's the athlete in lane number 8, Satish Kumar of Tamil Nadu. He is looking in lead, but now he's facing a bit of challenge from all the other athletes, because Satish Kumar is maintaining his position as the best athlete of that heat number 1. Satish Kumar is there, and finally, as you can see in the screen, that Satish Kumar is doing very well, and he is opening up a good gap. But as we are reaching towards the straight line and final band has been approached, and all the athletes are trying very hard, and from the middle it's the athlete of Kerala who is doing well, athlete from Puducherry is doing very well, and also the athlete from Odisha. But finally, in the end, it's the athlete of named Vikrant Panchal. He looked to his left, he took to his right, and all the opponents, he took the pace to the different level of the race, and Vikrant Panchal of Delhi finally emerged out as the winner of this race.
Once again, I request all the team managers and the competitors to please pay attention.
As you can see, that the 50 meters were to go. It's Vikrant Panchal of Delhi in comfortable lead. Get some resistance from Shri Shiva of Telangana, but quite comfortably he crossed the finishing line and conserved a huge, good amount of energy, I guess, for the next round.
And it will be now at 17:50.
Now we are getting ready for the second heat. K. Avinash of Tamil Nadu will start his run from lane number 2. Manu Roshan of Kerala will be in action in lane number 3. Then Fahim Ansari of Madhya Pradesh and Chandigarh athlete Ashish Lathwal will start the run from lane number 4 and 5. Lane number 6 is Muhammad Jahir of Bangladesh. Vaibhav Uday of Karnataka will be in lane number 7, and in lane number 8 it's time for Sai Kumar Kopu of Andhra Pradesh to cheer the crowd. They are present in some good numbers. In lane number 8 it's Sai Kumar Kopu of Andhra Pradesh, and huge amount of burden on the shoulders as a lot of people are watching the event. Good start by Muhammad Ashish Lathwal of Chandigarh. Bangladesh athlete Muhammad Jahir Rehan is a bit lagging behind, but now he is catching up the pace of the leader. Bangladesh athlete Muhammad Rehan is also trying very hard, but at the moment it's going to be a very good battle between the two athletes. Muhammad Rehan is trying very hard from the outside, The athlete who is trying very hard is Sai Kopu of Andhra Pradesh, and so is Vaibhav Rayane of Karnataka. Still, we are not getting a clear picture that who is in the lead, because all the athletes are trying very hard, and as we are reaching towards the final band, and from the first time we are going to see a clear picture. And at the moment, it's the athlete of Bangladesh, Mohammad Jahir Rayan, and he is in the comfortable lead. The battle now shifted for the second spot between the athlete of Kerala and the battle of athlete of Tamil Nadu, but Mohammad Jahir Rayan of Bangladesh comfortably cruised through and comfortably won that heat. The athlete of Kerala and athlete of Tamil Nadu, that is Manu, Roshan and Avinash, tried very hard to catch the pace of the only athlete who is not from India but couldn't quite really match the standard. This is the fate of heat number 2. Now third heat out of 4 is going to start soon, and in it to see participation from 5 athletes. Yashwant Sai of Telangana is in lane number 3. In lane number 4 it's Srinivas Pujari of Maharashtra. Lapri Singh, very big name of the race, and he is going to start his run from lane number 6. Keep your eyes on him. And then Parmar Nilesh Kumar of Gujarat will run next to him in lane number 7, and in lane number 8 is Abhishek Kumar of Bihar. Run for boys in the age category of 19 to 20. And off they go. Good start by all of them. Lapri Singh, as I mentioned, is in early lead, and he is taking good pressure from all the other athletes from the outside. Abhishek Kumar is also trying, and so is Yashwant Pilli Shetty. But as you can see on the screen, as I was mentioned, that Lapri Singh is maintaining a good pace, as halfway of the race has already been completed. Now they are reaching towards the mark from where the 300 meter will start, and all the athletes are trying very hard to catch the rhythm of Lapri Singh of Punjab. And finally we are reaching towards the final bend, and what we are expecting is a close finish by all the athletes, but some of the athletes are lagging too far behind, and the athlete who is maintaining a good lead is Yashwant Pilli of Telangana, and he is getting some tough challenge from the outside from the athlete of Maharashtra, Pujari, but Pujari has overtaken everyone else behind, and finally in the end it's a close finish. And Lapri Singh of Punjab, as I mentioned, he was at the third spot, but in the final 10 meters he stretched his limits and won the contest. Easily you can notice it out. Lapri Singh of Punjab, he was at the third position, and all the energy that he has in his legs, he poured it out in the final few meters and finished the race as the winner of this one. At one point of time we were thinking that Yashwant might win it, but Yashwant finally been overtaken by a good pace of Lapri Singh. Intelligent running by him. He saved a good amount of energy till the end and pulled it out in the final few meters. Good start by all the athletes in heat number 2, and we are going to see some tough challenge from all the compatriots, and they are participating in this second heat as they are reaching towards that band. It's Amit Balian of Haryana who's looking in some comfortable lead from the outside in lane number 8, and he's getting some challenge from Kerala athlete Navneet, as we are going to see a clear picture from that there on, but it's still looking like that Amit Balian of Haryana has that extra amount of energy in his legs. Amit Balian doing very well, and from the middle, the athlete who is standing there all the limits of all the other athletes is Kerala athlete. It's going to be a very close contest. It's going to be a very intense finish with among all these three athletes. That's what I can assure you of that. The Kerala athlete and has been overtaken by the other athlete, and his name is Rashid of Delhi. And finally Rashid of Delhi, who was running for most part of the race as a third or the fourth spot, finally caught the pace of Amit Balian of Haryana, and finally the man who was in the lead was Navneet M of Kerala, but Rashid of Delhi in the end won the race by about a meter from his nearest compatriot, as you can see in the picture, by a margin of about 1.5 meter. So that was the last heat of junior boys 19 to 20 years age bracket of in 400 meters run. Now we are focusing our attention to the heats of 400 meter girls, and they are participating in the age group of 19 to 20. The first heat is seeing involvement of Baby S of Tamil Nadu in number 1. Then Antakshari of Rajasthan is in number 2. In number 3 is Manisha Kushwaha of Uttar Pradesh. Payal Yadav of Madhya Pradesh is in number 4. In number 5 is Surya Mol of Kerala. Punjab girl Tanveer Kaur is in lane number 6. In lane number 7 is Siddhi Jadhav, and in lane number 8 is Ritu Gehlawat of Delhi. Let's see what is in the script. Three heats will take place, and this is first of those 3 heats. Baby S, Antakshari, Manisha, Payal, Surya, Tanveer, Siddhi and Ritu is the order of all the girls who are participating from lane number 1 to 8. A single lap race, one of the most popular event of athletics. It's nice to see that all the girls are from different states, which is an illustration of the rich talent pool that India is producing. From different parts of India they have come here. Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Punjab, Maharashtra and Delhi. So no two girls are from the same state, which is a good sign. There is some trouble with a few of the participants. And they all are back in their respective lanes. All the girls are ready in their respective lanes. And they'll go with the shot of the gun. Good start from Payal Yadav of Madhya Pradesh from lane number 4. The other girls are also trying. The girl from Kerala, Surya Amol, is looking in some good shape, but Payal Yadav is doing very well from lane number 4, and the girl of Tanveer Kaur from lane number 6 is also trying very hard to catch the pace. And from the outside, the girl of Ritu Delhi, Ritu Gehlawat, is also trying very hard, but she's looking a bit fatigued. From the middle, rich confidence is Payal Yadav of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, excuse me. But from the outside, the girl of Uttar Pradesh, Manisha Kushwaha, has increased the pace, and we are seeing to see a change in the order. But most part of the race, and now in the straight line is looking increasingly clear. The girl Antakshari of Rajasthan is looking in good shape, but girl of Uttar Pradesh, Manisha Kushwaha, is in the lead. Manisha Kushwaha is in the lead, and she is going to finish the line as the winner of this one. At the second spot, maybe it was the girl from Kerala, or was it was Antakshari of Rajasthan. We do not know, but one thing is for sure, that in the end, the winner of that contest was this girl in the picture, Manisha Kushwaha, and she emerged out as the winner of that first heat of the 3 in junior girls 400-meter run.
For opening ceremony markers near the 200-meter start line.
Payal Yadav opened up a very good lead in the earlier part of the race, but finally she got a bit tired, and finally the girl with extra amount of energy and with a good strategy that must have saved the best for the end, and finally came out with that, Manisha Kushwaha, and just when the bend approached, she got the lead and maintained it till the end.
Round 1 आयोजित होना था। ये इवेंट 5:50 पर 5:50 PM पे ऑर्गेनाइज होगा, अरेंज किया जाएगा। इस प्रतियोगिता का उद्घाटन समारोह ठीक 4:30 बजे आयोजित होगा। आप सभी से हमारा निवेदन है कि आप अपने सभी खिलाड़ियों को निर्देशित करें कि वे तत्काल 200 मीटर स्टार्ट लाइन के नजदीक मार्च पास्ट हेतु एकत्रित हो जाएं।
Now it's time for the second heat of girls 400-meter race. The introduction of the athletes are as follows. Dandi Sri of Andhra Pradesh is in lane number 2. In lane number 3 is Arathi R of Kerala. Pooja and Ritika of Haryana and Delhi are going to run in lane number 4 and 5. In lane number 6 is Bhuvi of Karnataka. Srushti Milind of Maharashtra is in lane number 7, and Vidhi Rawal of Jharkhand will start her race from the last lane. All the athletes are taking their time. Again, it's an example of the rich talent pool that India is producing from Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Haryana, Delhi, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Jharkhand. These girls are participating. So 7 girls, and all the girls are from 7 different states. Getting ready in their respective lanes. Will we see a late finisher in this race again, as the previous heat showed, or will see a clear winner from the beginning, and will she maintain it till the end? That's what we have to see. Oh, there is some problem with the gunshot, so that's why they are coming back to their respective lanes. There's a problem with the gunshot. after the restart, all the girls are off their block, and it's a good pace early up, setting on by Bhuvi of Karnataka. The girl from Maharashtra, Shruti, is also trying very hard from the outside. It's Vidhi Rawal of Jharkhand. Is also doing very well. 200 meters have finished, and the girl who is looking in comfortable lead is Vidhi Rawal of Jharkhand. But now catching up the standard and the pace is another girl, and trying very hard is Pooja of Haryana. Pooja in the Haryana and Vidhi Rawal of Jharkhand. These two girls are giving some tough time and tough challenge for all the other girls. The other girls are also trying very hard, and as we are reaching towards the final bend, and we are going to see a clear picture of it. Ritika of Delhi is also trying very hard. Ritika of Delhi and Haryana's girl Pooja is in the picture, and all they are getting all the cheers from the sidelines, and they are getting all the excitement. And a girl for Ritika of Delhi, she is maintaining the lead, and Ritika of Delhi is going to finish the race as the winner of this one. She was behind a bit, but finally once she retained the lead, she didn't let it go from her hands and finished the race as the winner of this one. At the second spot was Pooja of Haryana, and at one point of time it was Pooja of Haryana who was cruising through, but Delhi's girl Ritika didn't let her go from her side and crossed the finishing line as the winner of this heat number 2. So desperate she was to win this one that she came out with something extra, which is the requirement, and the Haryana girl came as second best. Now this is the last heat out of 3 for this discipline. Sumita Bhaumik of West Bengal is in lane number 2. In lane number 3 is Florence Barla of Jharkhand, a name we are hearing too often in the junior circuit. Then Nancy of Haryana is there, so is Podila Kavya of Telangana, and these two girls will start their run from lane number 4 and 5. In lane number 6 is Roshni K of Tamil Nadu. In lane number 7 is Kajal of Gujarat, and in lane number 8 is Joshika Pal of Uttar Pradesh. It should be exciting race. Often we have seen that the girl who starts as and shows some earlier promises and starts as a favorite and shows some early promises spent a lot of energy in earlier part of the race and didn't have a lot of energy in her legs for the final push and lost out the battle. It's all about preserving stamina for those last few meters, and that's what we have seen by a lot of athletes this evening. But a lot of athletes employ a lot of athletes. Some athletes who are not confident put up a lot of energy in the earlier part of the race and push limits of the rest of the pack, and they want to create a psychological barrier on other athletes that they are the best, and that is why they opened up a good lead in the earlier phase of the race. But it's all about preserving stamina for the final few meters. That's what counts.
शाम 4:50 पर 1500 मीटर दौड़ बालक 18 वर्ष से कम आयु समूह के राउंड 1 आयोजित किए जा रहे थे। यह प्रतियोगिता 1 घंटा देरी से आयोजित की जाएगी। इसके पश्चात होने वाली
Nancy of Haryana in lane number 4. Keep your eyes on her. She's a real talent, emerging very fast in the athletic circuit. She's in lane number 4. In lane number 3 is Florence Barla of Jharkhand.
That is 4:50 p.m. 1500 meter boys under 18 round 1 is delayed by 1 hour.
As you can easily see that the crowd is cheering for the boys who are participating in javelin throw event. And all the girls are ready in their respective lanes. It's Sumita, Florence, Nancy, Podila, Roshni, Kajal and Joshika in lane number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This time all the girls are from different states: West Bengal, Jharkhand, Haryana, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh.
Boys under 20. you are requested to report
Joshika
immediately
Pal
to the main
of
dais.
Uttar Pradesh, another sensational athlete, and she is going to start from lane number 8. Good start by all the athletes, and as per the expectation, it's the girl of Haryana, Nancy, who is looking in some real good shape. And all from the outside is Kajal of Gujarat is giving some tough time, and Kajal of Gujarat is opening up a good lead from the rest of the pack. As you can easily see that Kajal of Gujarat is doing very well, so is Roshni K of Tamil Nadu. But Tamil Nadu girl is looking like in some early lead and with some real promises. Nancy, can she overcome her? At the moment, it's looking like the Roshni of Tamil Nadu is opening up a very good gap. The girl from the Haryana, Nancy, is finding herself with the second spot. Roshni K of Tamil Nadu is maintaining the lead, but finally, at the final band, it's again the Nancy of Haryana is going to be at the first spot, and can she maintain it till the end? That's what we have to see. But Nancy of Haryana is opening up a gap, and she is about 3 to 4 meters ahead from the nearest competitor. In fact, the margin is now only been increased, and Nancy of Haryana has won this contest by about 5 meters to her nearest challenger, and she was Roshni K of Tamil Nadu. Nancy came closer to the second spot holder, runner of this race, Roshni K of Tamil Nadu, when 150 meters were to go, and from there on she increased the pace of her legs, and finally when she finished the cross line she was about 5 meters ahead from Roshni K of Tamil Nadu. A good race finished by all the athletes, and they gave us full entertainment in it, and that's how we came to the closer of 400 meter heats for girls, and they were participating in age group of 19 to 20. So this is first of the three heats. in 400 meter runs for boys in the age group of 15 to 16. Yash Samir Joshi of Maharashtra will start his run from lane number 1. Rajit KR of Kerala in lane number 2. Devaram of Gujarat in lane number 3. In lane number 4 is Karthik Budde of Telangana. In lane number 5 is Ravi Teja of Andhra Pradesh. In lane number 6 is Naveen Kumar of Tamil Nadu. Goan athlete Sapam Metei of is in lane number 7, and in last lane is I Shobit of Jharkhand. So this is the order, and we expect that all the athletes will give their best performance in it. It's so nice to see 8 different states are participating in it in all the different lanes. This is first of the 3 heats. A bit of official trouble is there. Clean start by all the athletes. With the gun they all go, and from the middle, as you can easily see, that it's Ravi Teja of Andhra Pradesh is opening up a good lead, but all the athletes are also trying to prove their credential from the outside. It's I Shobit of Jharkhand who is doing very well, and closing him to him is also Metei of Goa, but it's looking like that I Shobit of Jharkhand is in good lead, and as we are reaching towards the final band, and from there on we'll get going to see the clear picture of it. I Shobit, and from the middle, and yes, you are going to see that Devaram of Gujarat is in good lead, and all the athletes are trying to catch the pace of all the athletes, and it's going to be a tough close contest. That's what I can assure you of that. And the new leader of the race is Ravi of Andhra Pradesh, and Ravi of Andhra Pradesh has finally closed it down and closed the affair. Ravi Teja Uppara of Andhra Pradesh cheer to the crowd, and finally he closed the race, and he is the winner of this one. Giving him some tough time are the other athletes, as you can see in the picture. All the athletes are going to cross the finish line at some close distance, but looking quite focused is Ravi of Andhra Pradesh. At the second spot was Sapam Methi of Goa. That's what happened there in the first heat of 400 meters run for boys in the age group of 15 to 16. Some announcements were going on the big announcement system, so that's why we cut our commentary short. And now we are going to see participation from 4 athletes in heat number 2 of this boys 15 to 16 years of age category. This is the second heat, and athletes are from Maharashtra, Telangana, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh, and they will start their run from lane number 3, 4, 5, and 8. It's a different scenario for these boys because 4 boys are running, and 3 of them are running from side to side, and 1 of them is starting in lane number 8. And let me introduce you to all of them. It's Rajibul Haq of Maharashtra, and he will start this campaign from lane number 3. And next to him is Kadavandi Messi of Kadavandi Mahesh of Telangana. Then Kerala athlete Jensen Ronnie is in lane number 5, and in the last lane it's Satya Surendra of Andhra Pradesh. Can he be the second man from Andhra Pradesh to win this heat? In the previous heat we saw Ravi Teja of Andhra Pradesh won that. What happened here? That's what we have to see. The local lad Satya Surendra is in lane number 8. Good start by all of them, and they got a clean start. That is the first priority. The Kerala athlete Jason Ronnie is doing well, and from the outside Satya is also doing very fine. But now catching the pace of the Kerala athlete is Kadavin Mahesh, and Kadavin Mahesh has out-sprinted all the other athletes at the moment. It looks like that Kadavin Mahesh is in comfortable lead. He's from Telangana, and as we are reaching towards the final bend, and it's the athlete of Telangana, Mahesh, is looking in comfortable position from the rest of the pack. All the other 3 athletes are chasing his speed, but not quite enough. And Kadavindi Mahesh is finally reaching towards the straight line, and he's getting some stiff competition from the other athletes, but not quite enough. And Kadavindi Mahesh has opened up a gap about 10 to 15 meters, the margin between him and the second best finisher. The battle has shifted to the second spot. It's Kadavindi Mahesh who's finished the race at. This is the winner of this one. The second spot went to Rajibul Haq, and third spot went to the athlete of Kerala, Jensen Ronnie. This is the order of the race, and usually you can see ahead at the moment in the picture, the athlete of Andhra Pradesh, Satya, is lagging behind. 3 athletes giving some tough in the contention, and 2 athletes in fact are giving some tough time to the winner of this race, Kadavindi Mahesh, but he faced all the challenge and under relentless pressure from the both athletes, Jensen Ronnie and Rajibul Haq, he didn't let the lead go from his hand and finish the race as the winner of that one. Now we are going to see the last heat, and in action are Arijit Rana of West Bengal, Gaurav Agarwal of Uttar Pradesh, and these 2 athletes will start their run from lane number 2 and 3. Then lane number 4 is Abhinesh A of Tamil Nadu. Davanesh of Puducherry is in lane number 5. In lane number 6 is Karanveer Singh of Punjab. Shiv Chauhan of Delhi is in lane number 7. And in the last lane, Mukesh Kumar of Jharkhand will start his campaign. The weather is really helping the athletes.
Once again, I request all the team managers to assemble your participants immediately near the call room number 2. All the team managers, please assemble. One. All the team managers, assemble your competitors immediately near the call room number 2 for opening ceremony march past. सभी टीम मैनेजर से हमारा पुनः निवेदन है अब तत्काल अपने सभी खिलाड़ियों को कॉल रूम नंबर 2 के नजदीक एकत्रित कर लें।
Shiv Chauhan of Delhi is not in lane number 7. So on the marks are 6 athletes from West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Punjab and Jharkhand. Clean start by all of them. The athlete of Punjab, Karanveer Singh, is a promising starter. And from the outside is Mukesh Kumar of Jharkhand, who's giving some troublesome time to all the athletes.
All the participants.
But the athlete of Punjab is looking in some good shape, and he is coming to the picture as the leader of this race. At the moment, it's look like that Karanveer Singh has the extra pace in his legs. From that side, the athlete of Jharkhand, Mukesh Kumar, is also trying. So Yonesh A of Tamil Nadu and Gaurav Agarwal of Uttar Pradesh, they all are putting some pressure. But at the moment, as I can see, that Karanveer Singh of Punjab is going to be the leader at this stage. But finally, he is getting a bit less pace in his legs, and the athlete from the outside, it's Arijit Rana of West Bengal, and the focus is shifting towards all the other athletes because all the athletes are trying very hard, and we are going to see a very close finish in the end. 4 athletes in fact across the finishing line at the distance of about only a few centimeters. We are not sure that who won that contest. A pretty close contest that finished there, and we have to wait for the official confirmation of that, and the action replay might show us a clear picture of that, because all the athletes tried very hard. It was Karanveer Singh of Punjab who has opened up a good gap from the rest of the pack in the earlier part of the race, but finally all the athletes tried very hard. Gaurav Agarwal, so is Abhinesh A, Davanesh, and also Mukesh Kumar of Jharkhand. But we are not sure that who won that last heat of boys 15 to 16 years of age in that 400-meter race.